Hello students, welcome to this online course of engineering mechanics. So as I have told in the previous lecture, today we will be solving the problems of mass moment of inertia. So today's problem number 1 is determine the mass moment of inertia of circular ring of uniform cross section. So it can be any circular ring of uniform cross section. So let us say this is a ring. Okay, so it is a circular ring of uniform cross section. So cross section area is uniform. Okay, so this is the solid portion, this is hollow. So for mass moment of inertia, we have to have the axis, and this is the center, this will be a radius. Okay, so we want to calculate mass moment of inertia. What we can do, we can take a small element ds, okay, and the resulting at an angle of theta. What we want to do, we want to cover whole ring with the help of this small element. So we are taking at angle theta, and this angle is d theta, and ds will be, this is r into d theta. So let m will be mass per unit length, so sometimes you will be taking mass per unit length, sometimes mass per unit area, and sometimes we will be taking mass per unit volume. So how to decide this? So as you can see, for ring only one dimension is required. It is a linear object, so only one dimension is there, so we will be taking mass per unit length. If a plate is there, so it will be a thin plate, then we will be taking mass per unit area, and if a 3D object is there, then we will be taking mass per unit volume. So this implies total mass m will be mass per unit length multiplied by the circumference. So this we have determined. Now we have taken the element at a angle of theta. The elemental angle is d theta. So what will be I? So I will be, let us just resolve this into components. So this is the axis. Okay, so this is r cos theta and this is r sin theta, this component. So from this axis, how much distant is this element? This is r sin theta, this distance. So the distance from the axis square multiplied by dm. So dm will be how much? m times r d theta, m times the length of the element, the length is r d theta, and the limit will be from 0. By how much angle we will be moving to cover this ring fully? 2 pi. So 0 to 2 pi. So this has become very easy. So 0 to 2 pi r square sin square theta m into r into d theta. So m r cube 0 to 2 pi sine square theta d theta. So this is nothing but pi. So m into r cube into pi. But m is equal to 2 pi r into m. So I will be 2 pi r into m. So this will become capital M, r square upon 2. So finally I is m r square by 2. So this is the mass moment of inertia of a circular ring of uniform cross section about any axis. This is the axis we have taken. If you will take this axis also, any axis, you will be getting this result. Clear? Now let us move to the second problem. Today's second problem is find the moment of circular plate of radius r and thickness t about its centroidal axis. So this is a circular plate. So let us draw the circular plate first. So it will look something like this. Okay. So this is x, this is y. So it is a 2D object. Why it is a 2D object? It is given in the question. It is a plate with thickness t. So similar again, radius is r and thickness is it is in the plane of the paper, so we cannot show it. So for this thing, what we have to do, we have to take a elemental area, not the elemental length. Why? Because we have to cover the full area. So similarly, we can just take a small area at an angle of theta at a distance r. Okay, so this will be dr and this angle will be d theta. Okay, so the area of this elemental area is how much? R into d theta, this multiplied by dr, length into width. Now let us assume rho as mass per unit. This time it will be area. Okay, so this implies total mass capital M will be rho into how much? The total 2 pi r into t. I think I am correct. Sorry. Area will be pi r square into t. So this we will figure out in the last. So Ixx will be the integration of same r sine theta y, because this element is at a distance of if this is r, this will be r cos theta, this is r sin theta. So the distance of the element from the axis and the mass of the elemental area will be rho t r d theta into dr. Okay, clear? So this is per unit volume, then it is okay. Now we have to integrate this. So there are two variables, r and theta. So r, in order to cover this whole area, how much we have to move from here? 0 to capital R. So 0 to capital R. From here till full area we have to cover by moving 0 to 2 pi. This is square. So r square sin square theta rho t r d theta into dr. So first we have to integrate with respect to theta, then r will be constant. So 0 to r cube rho t, r will come r cube, this we have taken, integral 0 to 2 pi sin square theta d theta. Same it has come, it was how much? Pi. So finally what you are going to get, you will be getting I as rho t pi r raised to power 4 by 4, because r cube dr into pi is constant, it will come outside, but rho t into pi r square into r square by 4. So this is capital M r square by 4. So this is what? This is the mass moment of inertia of a circular plate with respect to any of the diametrical axis. Any axis which is passing through center will be a diametrical axis, and about that axis the moment of inertia will be mr square by 4. So I hope this is clear. Now we will be moving to the moment of inertia of area. So this was actually not, I don't used to taught it in the class, but for your revision purpose I have solved some problems for this, because this you have already learnt in 11th class. So this is all for today. From the next lecture we will be starting our next topic, that is mass moment of inertia, moment of inertia, area moment of inertia, or second moment of inertia, because this is not that much helpful as compared to whatever we are going to study from the next lecture. So from next lecture things will be very important for future references. So this is all for today. Thank you.